Stay savage, your boy ShinoBeenTrill. What's poppin'? Today we are back, and guess what? We're back with another video, and that's for a fact. Today we got some discussion about the boy Sasuke Uchiha as well as the girl Sarada Uchiha. Essentially, we're gonna be talking about their relationship. Basically, Sasuke admitting that he's a bad parent and that he wishes that he could be a better parent. Essentially, because like if you look at him talking to the boy Konohamaru, he was like, "Yo, I appreciate how you've been treating Sarada. Thank you for being good to her." Clearly, he knows he hasn't been around, and clearly he knows he hasn't been the best dad. And this is something that we got from Sasuke that was completely different, because if you look at Sasuke growing up, he was super edgelord 95 or some shit like that, super omega emo lord bajillion or some shit like that, and literally he changed from that. You know, you can clearly see like him leaving the village and him going to atone for his sins has made him change for a different light. You know, he's definitely got a different perspective on things, and clearly he wants to be a better father to Sarada. He even admits that he's not the best. So if you guys are excited about today's video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. And with that being said, let's Alright, so basically when talking about Sasuke and talking about him not actually being a good parent, you gotta kind of look at his backstory, right? Like if you look at him, he's a lot like Naruto, kind of a bit similar, and it might play a factor to why both of them aren't good parents. So we're gonna talk about Sasuke, right? So clearly Sasuke had both of his parents. You know, he had his mom and he had his dad. You know, he had Itachi, so he grew up in this surrounding setting that allowed him to understand family and their values. But it kind of crumbled, honestly, due to the fact that Itachi went on this killing spree, becoming the shadow of the Leaf Village, basically trying to protect them from the darkness and shit like that. But it also fell apart when he saw how strict Fugaku was towards his brother as well as towards the other members of the clan and shit like that, and how dark he was, because you know his dad was on some other shit. You know, obviously he wanted the best for his children, you know, and he wanted to see them do a lot of positive things and wanted to see them become great shinobis. But like if you look at what he did to Itachi early on, Fugaku essentially took Itachi to the battlefield at an early age, essentially showing him what the true meaning of the life was. Like, this is what you have to do time and time again. All we know is war, all we know is fighting. He took this little kid straight out to the battlefield, and you know, it kind of traumatized him, and that kind of showed Itachi why he needed to get stronger, why he wanted him to go into this direction of basically ascertaining peace. You know what I'm saying? So even to ascertain peace, Itachi went through the length of destroying his whole entire village. Now clearly Sasuke went on a different route, and that's due to Fugaku telling Sasuke he didn't necessarily want him to be like Itachi. Now what fucked everything up for Itachi and Sasuke was really Itachi having to kill the clan, Sasuke having to witness that, which kind of traumatized him. Now if you look at Naruto, Naruto is clearly a different case, because he didn't have his mom and dad growing up. He actually didn't know anything about them. He was completely orphaned. You know what I'm saying? He had the whole village basically turn their back and have him completely outcast, and that's probably one of the major factors on why Naruto isn't quote unquote a good dad to Boruto, essentially, because he doesn't really know how to be a dad. You know, he never had that moment where he's out there playing catch with his dad. He had Haruka sensei who was always scolding him basically for him doing pranks and shit like that, trying to get attention. But when we look at Sasuke, clearly we get this kid who's been traumatized. He's been through a lot of different fucked up situations. Like, he lost both of his parents, and honestly that played one of the biggest factors on him, because you gotta think about it. When you grow up in a family setting and then you completely lose that family setting at an early age, you start to think that the only thing in this world is important is like you know, you start to think to yourself the only thing important in this family is yourself, because if your family turned on your family, then what else will you know? Like if you look at Itachi and the way he slaughtered his entire family for the village, Sasuke thinking to himself like, yo, this man turned his back on the family for the village. Like, what type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? He went against the grain just to protect everybody else in the village. So that kind of threw his morals into a fucking loophole. Now clearly he's trying to atone for his sins and do the right thing for what Sasuke had done. You know, obviously Sasuke had become a rogue ninja. He went super edgelord. He tried to basically kill Naruto. He basically attacked all 5 Kages. You know, obviously he had aids from the Taka and the other friends and shit like that. So it was one of those things where he wasn't completely alone, but at the same token, you know, he basically went through the lengths of trying to destroy the whole entire Leaf Village and basically exterminate every Kage for what he had witnessed his brother do to his family. Now when you see a person like that, clearly it's going to be some traumatic experiences and shit like that. And then on top of that, he's always out there, you know, trying to atone for his sins. He's always on a mission, basically trying to redeem himself. He's dealing with the consequences of him fucking up, essentially trying to be a better person. Now, obviously, Sarada wants him to be there, and Sarada wants the dad figure in her life. Obviously, Sakura wants him to be the husband figure, basically staying in her life as well. But, you know, he believes that he has to protect the village from the shadows, essentially something that Itachi did and something that Itachi taught him. Now, obviously, he found out about the dark secrets about the Uchiha in terms of them wanting to overthrow the power heads in the Leaf Village and shit like that, basically trying to establish a new order, essentially putting everything in their favor. Because, you know, for a long period of time, the Uchiha was discriminated against, and essentially they was cast out as bad people and shit. So, like, obviously the man is gonna be one of those people that's like, yo, fuck you guys fucked over my clan. You know, obviously you made my brother kill my clan for the sake of, you know, protecting your people and shit like that, and just exterminating my people, right? So that was like one of the biggest factors that messed up Sasuke for the worst. You know, clearly he's working on it. Obviously we see him basically helping out Boruto, which is quote unquote his nephew, because, you know, Boruto addresses him as Uncle Sasuke and shit like that, as well as Master and shit. And then he's also looking out for Sarada. It was really dope to see him come to face with Konohamaru Sensei and essentially say, you know, thank you for looking after her, because obviously I don't know how to be a parent. I don't know how to do this. You know, he's always known battle. He always known war. He always known instincts and just like kind of getting to the nitty gritty type shit. Now, watching him develop and watching him start to become a dad is going to be something that's really dope, because at the same token, we're going to watch Naruto go in the same direction. Like, if you look at Naruto now, Naruto agrees and basically accepts that the whole village is his family, and like he doesn't really understand, you know, obviously how to be a dad. Like, he never had that moment where he had somebody to play catch with him. Like I said, you know, it's not one of those things that they grew up knowing. These kids grew up in a time of, like, you know, always fighting. They grew up in a time of always war. It wasn't like complete peace like Boruto and Sarada have it, and that's kind of what fucks it up for them. So now that they're always trying to protect this peace, you know, it obviously puts a gap between them and their kids, because now they're always trying to, you know, look for the better of the village, always look for the better of the people. And that's something we're going to see that's going to be an issue for Boruto later on down the line, because Boruto is going to feel as though, you know, he's going to be put into a situation where his dad is going to have to choose him over the village, and his dad may choose the village, and it's going to be so fucked up to Boruto that Boruto may even abandon the village. Obviously, I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest trials and tribulations for Boruto, and I think Sarada is honestly more mature than Boruto in terms of accepting that her dad is doing something for the greater good. Because if you look at Sarada and you look at the way that she carries herself, she clearly wants to be Hokage. So she know in terms of becoming Hokage, you're gonna have to go through sacrifices. You know, you're gonna have to go through some hard times. You know, sacrificing time with your family is gonna be one of them. Sacrificing like things you like to do, maybe your hobbies, maybe you just hanging out with your friends and shit like that. It's clearly like you have to do a lot of different things that you may or may not want to do just for like the greater good. And that's something we also see Sasuke do. Now, with his mission with Kaguya and shit like that, basically exploring the realms of the Otsutsuki and trying to establish like this new peace and basically keep this peace, as well as like fighting off these bad guys, is putting a boundary between him and his child. You know, clearly he can't be there every day with her. He can't spend time with her. He can't talk to her about boys. He can't teach her, you know, shuriken jutsu techniques. He can't teach her how to do kenjutsu and like, you know what I'm saying, like all this different shit that he knows, and basically be a proper teacher to her, because he was always gone. He was always out, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of what Boruto even told Sasuke. You know, clearly Boruto and Naruto got to train for a good bit, probably when he was a lot younger, but now that, you know, Naruto is Hokage and he got inaugurated, and now that he has to fill these big ass shoes and fill this big ass position, clearly Boruto isn't getting that one-on-one time that he wishes for, and that's something we see Sarada wishes for as well, you know. And it's kind of fucked up that Sarada only knew about her dad and she never really got to see him. It was kind of one of those things where he was just like a mystery figure to her, and it's like kind of bratty of Boruto to actually have this parent there, you know what I'm saying, and then still act like a brat, versus Sarada didn't really know who Sasuke was. You know, she had an idea of who Sasuke was. She doesn't know the backstory of Sasuke. She doesn't know the in-depths about the Uchiha clan. She doesn't know about his past. She doesn't know how Itachi basically went on this killing spree, basically trying to protect the entire village, and he sacrificed everything that he had, you know what I'm saying, in order to keep the peace in the village, but he couldn't kill his little brother due to the love that he had for him. And honestly, I think that's all gonna play in a role in Sasuke's development as a father, because once Sasuke's gonna realize, you know, I'm sacrificing for the village, but I'm also sacrificing for my daughter, because you gotta think about it, these dudes are still kids in my eyes. Like, I'm not even gonna say like they're adults. Obviously they are adults. Sasuke and Naruto are adults, but like they're so grown that they aren't grown, if that makes sense. You know, they have the biggest responsibilities in terms of like power, in terms of leadership, in terms of protecting and shit like that. But at the same token, you know, they're not mentally prepared to be parents, if that makes sense, because obviously, you know, Naruto doesn't know how to be a dad. Sasuke doesn't either. And like, if you think about it, when Sasuke was with his dad Fugaku was always strict. Fugaku was always about the mission. Fugaku was always about training. Fugaku was all about ascertaining power. So essentially, that's all Sasuke kind of knew. You know, obviously Itachi showed Sasuke like a softer side and shit like that, and he even noted like, hey, you're my favorite person to train with, clearly you are better than that. But at the same time, Itachi wasn't as strict as his dad, you know what I'm saying? And it's like one of those things where Sasuke eventually is going to have to use these fundamentals to basically pave a way for Sarada to understand, look, obviously I love you a lot, but you know, I got some shit to do. Like, and it's really dope that even as a man, he can admit that he was wrong for not being there. He was wrong for not being there for Sakura and shit like that. And you know, obviously a lot of people are like, oh, you're standing up for Sakura right now? Honestly, yeah. And like, for real, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Like, she was like a real ride or die, because 1, he tried to kill her. 2, he tried to kill her. 3, he tried to kill her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's still around, you know, she's a keeper. If you try to kill her like 3 times, you know, if third time's a charm, you know what I'm saying? But like, deadass, like, this man chopped her neck. He abandoned her to go find Orochimaru to ascertain power. He tried to kill Naruto countless times and times again. You know, he tried to kill her even after she was basically going to vow her life to him and basically try to protect him and shit like that, even with the whole Danzo arc situation. Like, you know, we seen Sasuke betray this girl several times, and she's still stuck by his side, and she still wanted to ride with this man and still be there for him. So clearly, you know, at some point or another, he's gonna have to realize, hey, I was fucked up, you know, I did the wrong, you know. So clearly that's how they got back together. And you know, he realized that this was the one person that truly loved him, the one person that truly cared about him, the one that had his best interests at heart. Now, him being a father is like wishy-washy, because you know, his mission is to protect the village from the shadows. If you look at like how he was in the Naruto, the last movie, you know, clearly this big ass meteor came from out of nowhere about to smack the shit out of the Leaf Village, and honestly Kakashi and them couldn't do anything about it. At that point in time, everybody just like, oh shit, we're fucked. What are we supposed to do? Sasuke literally pops out of nowhere. Like, where did he come from? Like, did he like have some type of sensory fucking technique that was letting him know that this giant meteor was coming? Like, that goes to show like how much he has changed. Before, it was more about destroying the village and becoming the next Kage and starting a revolution and basically protecting everybody from the shadows on some dark sit type shit, you know, obviously trying to, you know, do the bad to make the good. But at the same token, he realized that wasn't a route to go, so he just let Naruto handle the situation. Like, he dead ass said, hey, if he's not here to protect the village, the only other person that can protect the village is me in this situation. And that lets us know how much he has changed, because this man was really emo. He was really edgy as fuck overall. You know, clearly we're gonna start to see him become a better dad in this series. Clearly we're gonna start to see Sasuke become a better person. Obviously he's not completely bad, but honestly the shit he's done was completely crooked and foul for like the most of the entire series. Like, he did everything the wrong way to get power. And obviously we're gonna start seeing Boruto try to do the exact same thing, because if you look at it, Boruto is a lot like Sasuke, but he's also like Naruto, but more like Sasuke in terms of this lust for power and what he wants to do and how he's gonna accomplish that. So let me know your personal thoughts and personal opinions on how you feel about Sasuke admitting that he's a bad dad and shit like that, and then like this recent episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. If you have any video topics that you would like to see me cover, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. I do read the comments, you know, I do be trying to respond. It's really hard because, you know, you guys are starting to come out of the woodwork and shit like that, but you know, I try my best. So with that being said, stay true and stay real, and I hope you guys have a blessed day, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.